Hey everybody, welcome to Excel video 403. I'm Nate Moore. I worked on a Greenway practice this week, and what they wanted to know was, talk to me about utilization. How many of our February or March appointments were filled, and how many of our April and May appointments are scheduled to be filled, and where are gaps, and which providers or which locations are underutilized, and which ones are way overbooked and hard to get into. Where do we need to adjust our templates and our schedules? When you're ready to really look at your scheduling and better use your scarce resource, your providers, I'd love to help you. We're going to play with the macro recorder today, and what I did is I kind of faked some data that I might have dumped out of like a practice management system that's in the cloud or that we can't connect to or whatever. So we need to clean it up, and there's a daily, here's Monday, here's Tuesday, here's Wednesday. We need to clean it up. We don't want to do that every day, so what we're going to do is we're going to write a macro. So we're going to go to the Developer tab, and we're going to click on the Record Macro button. And what we're going to do is we're going to say, all right, there's three things we're going to do when we record this that we want this macro to do. We're going to make it clean up the day, we're going to make it total this, and we're going to get rid of this unhelpful footer. We can do that. And we're going to record a macro to do it, and I'm just going to call it test. And then what I can do is I can assign a shortcut key. If I do ctrl+c here, Excel will overwrite copy, and now it'll run your macro, so that's probably not my first choice. I'm going to hold down the shift key and do a capital A. So Control, Shift, and A, when I do that in this Excel spreadsheet, it'll run my macro. Store macro in, there are some options here that we're going to get to later. Let's save that for another Excel video. And my description is, this is a test. When I click OK, Excel says, okay, I'm recording now. What do you want me to do? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to get rid of that unhelpful footer. I'll just hit the delete key. Then I'm going to take these dates that are formatted wrong. They're formatted as numbers. And I'm going to come over here and we'll format them as short dates. Then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to say, you know, let's total that. And let's hit the enter key to put the sum there. And let's put a $sign. Now, before I stop, I want to just say something quickly about when that macro recorder is on. If I accidentally clicked on the wrong column, or if I accidentally did something and then undid it, or I had to type D and I meant ABC, and so I had to delete the D, and the macro is going to record all that stuff. Then the macro recorder is. So you want to be pretty careful that you only do what you absolutely have to do. Maybe practice it once or twice before you turn on the macro recorder, so you don't have to look at that macro, do the wrong thing over and over and over again when you run it. Now that I have what I want, I can either this little X down here, or excuse me, this little stop button down at the bottom will stop my macro, or I can go to the Developer tab and stop recording. Here or here will stop it. And Excel says, that's it, we're done. I have a macro now. So what I could do is I could come over here to Tuesday. I'm going to click up here to the top, and that is going to matter an awful lot in future Excel videos. But for the time being, I'm going to go to the top, Control, Shift, and A. And I got rid of this as unhelpful. These are now formatted, and I have a total. That's a beautiful thing. And I can go over here to Wednesday, and I can come over here, and I can do Control, Shift, and A, and I'm in trouble. Notice how on Monday, I went down to row 16. Tuesday, I went down to row 16, and it worked. Imagine that. But Wednesday, when the data went to row 21, this is a mess. My total's over here. This is unhelpful still here. I deleted this data, and undo's gone. I can't undo. So we got some work to learn about the macro recorder. We did a little bit. We can record a macro. We can name it. We can put a shortcut to it. But we need to learn some of the limitations of the macro recorder. We're going to start playing with that in the next Excel video. Thanks for watching.